Nice deep breath in and exhale. Make sure that your physical body is as comfortable as possible. Both feet flat on the floor. Get grounded. Spine straight. And in your mind's eye, focus on your base chakra and imagine, feel, or visualize that you are sending down energy from your base chakra, consciously anchoring yourself to the earth star chakra that sits 12 centimeters below your physical body. And that in turn anchors you to the core of the earth, keeping you grounded, stable, and secure. And now from your crown chakra, consciously open up your crown chakra with a clear intention and feel the energy flowing upward from there to your soul star chakra that sits 12 centimeters above the top of your head, connecting you to spirit, your higher self, and again, anchoring you in the mass consciousness or the oneness consciousness of the universe. Take a moment with clarity to invite your guides, your angels, and any and all ascended masters to be present, to support you in your meditation practice, and to engage with you in the visualization that is about to follow. Take a specific moment to invite Archangel Michael, the Archangel of protection and relationship harmony, the Archangel of transmuting energy, to be present. He insists that in the future, or he gracefully requests that in the future, all meditation practice must begin with an invitation to your angels to be present, to support you, that your consciousness must have an instinctive awareness of their presence in your daily life. You may visualize him as a bold, bright blue energy, standing by your side, either to the left or to the right. He says, I will never precede you. I will always stand by your side or behind you. I will enfold and embrace you from here. I will follow your choice and support you. I will be present whether you see, know, or feel me. I am here. It doesn't matter whether you remember his name or not, but if you need him, simply call, ask. And on another deep breath in, ask your guardian angels, the angels with whom you have taken this incarnation. Some of you have more than one. These are the angels who are assigned to you birth after birth after birth. They even accompany you through the full evolution on the spiritual plane, in what we would call the afterlife, or as Azrael calls it, your Rael life, out of your body, in your spiritual home. Even there, angels are present to support and to guide. And yes, they do play the harp too. So invite your guardian angels, those beings of light who are dedicated to maintaining your evolutionary process and progress. Those beings of light who are assigned specifically to you by your invitation and your intention. And take a moment to feel if they are present. Take a moment to feel if there are any physical sensations. An awareness there in your mind's eye. A shift of the energy around your physical body, your entire energy field itself. And be gracious. Thank them for being present. And then on a deep breath in, relax in the knowing that you are supported and safe. And in your mind's eye, visualize yourself sitting in your chair, being still, being quiet. It is always important to ask yourself, why are you meditating? Why are you sitting in this chair and your mind is going round and you are saying, I am going to be still and I am going to be peaceful and I am going to be quiet, and yet your mind is thinking the whole way. What is this meditation that you are doing? Is it to be quiet? Is it to be still? Or is it to come here and laugh with each other? No, I am thinking you do not know what stillness is. So I want you to breathe. And I want you to focus only on your breathing. Feel yourself breathing. Feel that oxygen going inside your nostrils. And if you are uncertain if you are breathing properly, then closing one of your nostrils and breathing through the other one is going to work very well too. Try it. Don't be lazy. Don't be thinking if you sit there with your eyes closed, then you are meditating. So put your finger up and close one nostril and breathe through that other one. And now feel it. Feel if your body is getting enough oxygen. Feel if your brain is coming into total focus on that particular nostril. Feel if your brain is now wondering, who am I talking to? What other thinking are you doing instead of just breathing? Always you are walking through your life and you are doing all this other thinking and you are not breathing properly. So you have put your feet on the ground and you are thinking that you are grounded. And yet if I tell you to stand up, you will rock back and forth because your energy is not balanced. Your left side and your right side are not balanced. Your head and your root is not balanced. So take this one a little bit more seriously now because we are wanting stillness. We are wanting quiet. Your meditation practice is about you being with you. So breathe. Breathe in one nostril at least 3 times. And then when you are done with that, breathe in through the other nostril at least 3 times. And then I am going to count for you. I am going to count from 1 to 21. And with every breath, I want you to follow the count. With every count, I want you to take in a nice deep breath and exhale. I do not want you to count with me. I do not want your mind to race ahead. I do not want your mind to think it is cleverer than me, which it is always thinking, because it is thinking. And you are still thinking. Even as I am talking, you are thinking. Always busy. So breathe. Just breathe. 1, 2. No, don't you go on to 3. I am still sitting here in 2. And now I am going to go back to 1. 2, 3. Pay attention. Is your mind wandering off? Is it moving off into different directions? Is it going astray? 4. Gather yourself unto yourself. It is time to defragment. 5. Just breathing deeply and allowing your physical body to come to complete, quiet stillness. 6. Just breathing and getting quieter and quieter. 7. Still focused, still quiet, listening to the quiet around you. 8. Allow your sensory perception in its silence to expand. Your inner silence allows you to hear better, feel better, know better. It allows all of your sensory perceptual tools to expand their extra sensory perceptual functions. 9. Just more relaxed and more present and conscious of being with you. 10. Feel the silences between the numbers. 'And if you don't have the sound of my voice, what are you listening to within yourself? Is there a gentle hum? Is there another voice? 11. Reach deeper. This is the number of mastery of self. Feel your connectedness to the earth and the heavens. 12. Here you become aware of the universal consciousness. This is the number of the Holy Trinity that connects all things. Breathe it in deeply. Take it there into your heart center and feel it connect you to all that is. The mystical number of me, myself, and I in complete interaction with all that is. Just breathe and feel yourself expanding, rolling outward or radiating outward into the universe, even as it flows right back to you. Just breathing and being quiet, still, more and more still, breath by breath. 14. 15. As your body grows more relaxed and more present, so too does your auric field become more balanced, more stable, and also more present, less fragmented. 16. Keeping yourself within yourself, contained, consolidated. 17. 18. 19. 20. We are almost at the end of the count. Pay attention to yourself, inside, out. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the pace of your breathing. Feel your relaxed body in the chair. Are you feeling stable, secure, solid? Has your mind quietened down? Is it quiet enough to hear your breath? Quiet enough to hear it from 10 kilometers away? Quiet enough to hear the breath next to you? And has your inner voice also been silenced? Has your inner dialogue subsided? And is your mind now fully present with your body and your spirit? '21. We are all now somewhat quiet. It has taken a little while to become this quiet. And now if I said, pay attention to your kidneys, you would have to, in your mind's eye, imagine them there behind your sacral chakra, one on the left, one on the right, in their little kidney bean shape. And immediately your mind may become more vigorous, more demanding. But bringing the picture of your kidneys to mind should in fact keep your mind busy in this moment, as opposed to it taking you on journeys to past and not yet created future moments. So focus your attention on your kidneys. And if I asked you to feel them physically, you would be required to raise your knees to your chest and clasp your hands around your legs so that you feel curled in on yourself in almost the same position you stayed in for your journey through the womb. And in that position, breathing deeply and focusing your attention on your kidneys would allow you to gently massage your kidneys by directing your breath to them. You may certainly try it. Raise your knees so that you are curved in on yourself and they meet your chest. You will feel a stretch in your lower spine. You may even feel the tension in your lower back. And on a deep breath in, send the energy to your kidneys. Feel, is there tenderness? Is there inflammation? Is there the feeling that they require greater hydration, more flow? Do they feel unstable? And while you are focusing on that, it may interest you to know that they are not just detox organs of the body. They are also detox organs of your emotional being, your mental being, and your spiritual being. The acidity of your kidneys is directly related to the acidity of your thoughts. Breathing into them, sending beautiful, glowing, healing energy into them, helps them to detoxify energetically. Drinking a great deal of water helps them to detoxify physically. And why do we teach you this in the midst of meditation? We teach you this because the stillness of your mind is directly related to the amount of acid you create in your emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. The stillness of your mind enables you to detoxify and to balance out the pH levels of your physical body and your energy system. The stillness of your mind enables you to bring a stop to all of the chemical reactions that the pharmaceutical miraculous system within you creates moment by moment, thought by thought. When your physical body is creating anger, it is creating a chemical. When your physical body is creating joy, it is creating a chemical. The stillness of your mind allows you to walk a fine line between the two, coming into a quiet state where the chemical production must stop. And in that silence, in that stillness, you allow your body to take charge of itself, to become the self-healing mechanism it was intended to be, without your thoughts and your reactions determining its function. So breathe nice and deep. Allow your kidneys and the energy around it to open up fully, and then relax back into your chair. Using your mind's eye is one technique or tool for healing yourself. But stillness as a state of being goes far beyond the visualization technique, far beyond being able to use your imagination to regulate the reactions and functions of your physical body. Stillness is a state of being, and it is almost impossible to become still in the routine and rut of your life. Everyone is on a cycle. Everyone is busy. Everyone is fighting time. We have talked about all of these things in previous meditations. And even as you sit there, you think, I am not everyone. And then you react exactly as everyone else does. Stillness is the capacity to be fully present, quiet, peaceful, even joyful, and choosing from there, in the core of your being, how you will respond to what the world has presented for your experience. Stillness is a state of being that allows for the acceptance of self in both your light and shadow aspects. This stillness requires practice, hard work, observation of self, and the willingness to surrender your mind and all of its consciousness, subconsciousness, unconsciousness, and even its intuitive, receptive, superconsciousness to nothing, to being, feeling, knowing, seeing, having, doing nothing. So there in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine a deep, dark hole, a deep, dark space or abyss, where there is nothing, just nothing, not even a light at the end of the tunnel. And this darkness represents the absence of all things, the absence of all people, the absence of souls, the absence of thoughts, the absence of actions and feelings, the absence of your life and incarnation as you know it. There in the no-thingness, where not even light is present, is the unknown. And this unknown appears to the human brain as an abyss, a dark abyss, not to be trifled with, not to be entered into. See yourself standing before it, the deep, dark abyss of the unknown. And even as you stand before it, remind yourself, I am the light. I am the light that brings wisdom, knowledge, understanding, consciousness to this deep, dark abyss of the unknown. The question is, are you willing? Not able, because we know that you are able. Are you willing to surrender what you think you know, what you think you are, what you think you feel, what you think you do, what you think you have, to the unknown? Are you willing to step into the abyss of silence and stillness and simply be a light? Try it. Here in the safe space of being completely consolidated, supported, secure, step into the abyss. Go forth confidently, knowing that I, the light, will light the way, for I am the light and the way. And even as I am the light and the way, I am the abyss of the unknown. My Father's love knows no boundaries, and in this abyss you will find his many mansions. I am the light and the way. I have come to teach you to be both your light and your way. Step into the no-thingness, knowing that everything, all things, are present with you. Surrender entirely to the no-thingness of all that is, and all that isn't yet. You are always accompanied. You always have support and guidance to enter into any moment of nothingness, of not knowing, of uncertainty. And whether you have faith or not, this abyss of nothingness, this abyss of the unknown, is manageable. It comes with support. It comes to challenge and to serve. It comes to blossom and expand who you are. It is present in every moment in which you are conscious of being the light and the way. And when you are willing to embrace it completely, it becomes the stillness of your being that accepts everything, all things, as it is intended to be. And this is the acceptance with which you struggle in every moment. This abyss that represents the absence of everything as you know it also represents the presence of everything as you have not yet experienced it. The all-thingness of the universe holds your dreams and your visions. And you have to be willing to surrender your idea of it, your illusion of it, to receive the best of it, the rest of it, the most of it, as it was intended before you were born, and even before you were an intention. So there in your abyss, knowing that you are both the light and the way, feel the darkness, the absence, as a comforting, embracing, containing energy. There is no reason to fear the dark. There is no reason to miss what you think is absent. For everything that is absent, there is something that is present. For as long as you are present, everything else is present too. And there in that darkness, where you perceive the absence of light, and you are being the light, check for a moment if you are still surrounded by dark, or if perhaps the light that you are is now permeating the shadows. Is it permeating your abyss? Is it opening your way What is your light in the no thingness becoming now? You are not doing anything. You are simply being. You are being quiet. You are being still. You are being present with yourself. You are being aware. What are you being in that dark abyss? And how is it affecting the abyss? Is it still unknown? Is it still unfamiliar? And if we left you here in this dark abyss, you would think that you were without a friend, and your mind would race around with fear again, because just for one moment you can surrender, and then your mind will say, I need to go back, I need to rush around, I need to take charge, I need to be in control. But here, where you are just being the light in the way, and the darkness is receding even as you are sitting there, do you not see? You are present and you are in control. Is this your new idea of control that we are giving you? Yes, yes, see how you can manage the darkness just by being the light. My good friend is saying you must be the light and the way. And he has taught us all well to be the light and the way. And so now you are sitting in your darkness and you can feel your light opening up and radiating outward. Every time we are talking about radiating and becoming radiant and being present, and you are not paying attention that in being present you must be still and quiet. So now there in the quiet of your mind, where the shadows are receding, what is it that you are seeing? What is it that you are being? What is it that you are feeling? Are we going to remind you again that you are a loving being of light, and every time you radiate that outward, that is what finds you some more? It is always finding you some more. You are all abundant beings. We have told you this. We have told you so often. Yes, yes, I am scolding. I am always scolding. All right then, I will stop now. But I don't want to stop scolding. I want to tell you. How many times must I tell you? Always we are saying you are a master. Always we are saying you are a being of light, enlightened beyond even your knowing. And you do not trust. You do not want to check for yourself. You are not sitting every morning and being still and quiet. You are being busy all the time. So I am scolding. I am always scolding. But one of these days when you are coming back here to us, you will say, why didn't you tell me? And now I am telling you. So I want you to sit every morning and count to 21, quietly in your mind, counting to 21, and being quiet. Here in this quiet, you will find your stillness. And when you have found your stillness, my friend, you will find your acceptance. We do not become ascended masters by accident. We do not become ascended masters because somebody says, you there, you are nice, you can have this title. We become masters of self. We become masters of the energy that we are lifetime after lifetime after lifetime by being still, by going nowhere and going everywhere. I have gone everywhere. I have done everything. We become masters by being present within the self and taking management of that core being of stillness. And in that stillness, we become accepting of all of the duality of self as it is contained and embraced by the soul self. And in that acceptance of self, we learn not only the value of self, we enhance the true nature of self. We come to a deep and abiding knowing, and living from that knowing that love is the absence of fear. That joy is the absence of worry. That light is the absence of dark, just as heat is the absence of cold. And with that symmetry in mind, we begin to acknowledge that faith, true, abiding, irrevocable faith, is not merely the absence of doubt, but it is the living fully, the absence of everything else. And when you are living the absence of everything else, you are living the fullness of what is. Being still, being quiet, has no intention other than the complete acceptance of self as it is. The purpose of your meditation practice is that acceptance. From that acceptance, the absence of judgment of all other beings becomes possible. I have lived in love, and love has lived in me. I am the light and the way. There is no other way. There is no other light than I. On a deep breath in, become present in your physical body, become more grounded, and on another deep breath in, thank your guides and your angels and our ascended masters for being present and supportive, and make a commitment to yourself, to being still, to being quiet, as and when you are able